Okay, just starting off on the 10-mile route for the Beat the Bill, and as you leave the pub you turn left and we're going up this way. Get to Preston Hill, then turn left. So now we're at Preston Hill, we are turning left and up that lovely hill. Just as you get to the 40-mile-an-hour signs, we're turning left. And as you head along Wenderton Lane, just take a moment to appreciate the stunning countryside we have around Wingham, just a stone's throw away from the village centre. At the end of that road, Wenderton Lane, when you get to the Oast House, we're turning left. So about 1.5 miles in now, and we've just gone round a bend, fairly sharp bend, and you'll see footpath on this opening here, and we are going down this way. It's a really hot day today, so as you're running down this footpath, enjoy the shade, or if it happens to be raining, enjoy the shelter. As you're going down this route, little less than 2 miles in, maybe 1.9, you'll see the path goes downhill there, and there's 2 paths to the right. Don't go through the one with the gate, go through the one with, I'm sure it'll still be there, this fallen tree trunk over the path. Cross over there, and we're following this route. I'm not sure what this path will be like in August, but you see it's quite overgrown, so be careful on it. Keep an eye on any underfoot roots and take care. You should see you've got the river to the left there, and we're following that for a while, and obviously along the path. At the gate, short while later, now you can see the river there. We are still following this river around, and we're following this around for a little while. We're now 2.5 miles in, come to another gate, and we are still following the river. Be warned, you may encounter cows. If there's a problem for you, then I don't know, maybe avoid this route or find out from someone who's already done the 10-mile route whether or not they're out and about. But yeah, they're ready cows, they'll be fine. So not much further, and we get to this gate, and again we're going straight ahead, just following the river. Just following the river all the way for now. We'll get to a road shortly, but back there where I forgot to record that little section, if you find yourself moving away from the river, you've gone wrong. So we're about 3.6 miles in now, and we're just coming up to the road. You can see the blue bridge there, over the Stile, and we're turning left. This is probably the most dangerous part of the route. Well, unless you're afraid of cows. But we're on the main road, but we're not on it for long, so just be careful out there. At the end of the road here, when you see this junction, turning left, and then fairly soon afterwards we're turning right. So that right turn is literally just here. So you see the White House, turn right and there's a footpath going all the way down along the side. And here we are entering Stobs Marsh Nature Reserve, where we'll be spending the next couple of miles. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Could you ask for better? Okay, this is really easy to miss. So we're a couple of 100 yards up. You can see there's a path going off to the right. And the path carries on forward. But you see the signpost on the right hand side. It says Marsh Hyde. We're going down here. So keep your eyes out for that. When we get to this gate, there's a few directions that we can go, but we're turning left. And I'll keep filming this because we're turning off to the right along another footpath fairly soon. So I'll film till we get there. It's just past there. We go down this path here, and just to the right of where I sit, you'll see a gate with some more cows in the field. So yeah, if you don't like cows, maybe avoid this route. Once you've gone over that gate, you might think to follow the marsh side there, but there's actually a very faint path going diagonally across the middle. So we're going across the fields towards those buildings, and you can see a bridge over there just if I zoom in. It's just a bridge over there, so we might be crossing that, but we'll find out in a moment. But definitely watch this video, re-watch it, because this is a likely place that you can get lost. So I've just come through that gate that we saw in the distance, and I'm following the path around here. Again, it's quite faint, but you can make it out. And I'll walk this bit because it could go horribly wrong. Do we go across the bridge? Do we not go across the bridge? Who knows? No, I think we do. But if I'm wrong, I'll confirm shortly. So that was correct. And again, we're following this faint path here. I'll try and put some markings down when the actual race goes on. Again, the path just cuts through towards that next gate. Right, we're going over this stile, and then once over, you can see there is a slightly better marked footpath where we go to the right. So yes, I can't emphasise them enough. Definitely watch this video, re-watch it, make sure you know it. Now we're on more familiar territory. So those buildings that I saw right from the gate way back there, these are those buildings. We've run effectively straight towards them, and now we get to this gate, and it's a nicer path here. So through, and then we carry straight on. You can go around the edge of the gate, so don't try climbing over it. Also, I should say that at this point you're just over halfway on the 10-mile route, and I've said in previous videos, this is the point that I love, because I know that whatever happens, I'm getting back, because you've got no choice. If you go forwards, you go backwards, it's the same distance, so you might as well just go forwards and carry on. Right, we don't go far down that path until when we see a footpath sign here to the right. So you'll see the road's bending around to the left there, but we are cutting across here and going back out into the marshes. Well, I spoke a little too soon. I mean, that's the route that I've got mapped out, but by the looks of it, if you were to carry along that road and then turn to the right, that'll take you out here anyway, and then we just carry on. So yeah, if you miss that footpath sign, don't worry, just hang the next right. Well, nearly 6 miles in now, and there's quite a long roadway with this. You've got orchards to the right, we've got orchards to the left, and beautiful green field out there. So a few hundred yards on, and we get to this junction here, and we are going left, and then straight across that field. If I move my camera here, you should be able to see the path going right through the middle of it, and you can see the footpath sign there anyway, but that's the way we're going. At the end of that footpath you see the Fordwich sign and Studmarsh sign, and you see road to the left, right and ahead. We won't take any of those. There's a footpath that goes through the cornfield here. So we'll be heading down here. At the end of this cornfield, you see the tree line here. We're going through the tree line and then turning to the left. And fairly soon we'll be turning to the right. And this is the point that we do turn to the right. You'll see the greenhouse tunnel in front of you, and you'll see the path going around there. Then turn left at the grain barns and follow the grain barns round. So follow them around to the right here. Now, I'm not sure which way the path is, if it's left or right. Let me check Strava, and the answer is it's neither. Following the path around to the left. At this point, come out facing these greenhouse tunnels, and you'll see that there's an opening through here onto a concrete path, and I believe this is the way we go. But if it isn't, I'll issue a correction. So we come into this courtyard, and you might think you want to turn down that road, but see where that yellow gate is? We're heading down that way. Oh, in fact, actually, by the no entry sign there, that's where we see the footpath. So we're cutting down and through these trees here. And at the other end of that path, when you get to this gate, turning right down here. It should take us down to the Rose in Wickenburgh. follow the road round to the left. Don't be tempted to go down Wickham Court Lane. And there you can see the beautiful village of Wickhamborough and the Rose Inn, which is a lovely little pub. So we're following this road around because we're heading down to Ickham shortly, which will be a turn off to the left. Just heading past the watermill, and I'll film this little bit. So this first turning, we're not turning down here. It's maybe 50 yards further on. And you can see the sign there for Wickham. And this is Wickham Lane. We're turning down here. Just getting up from the Duke William in Ickham, which is the second pub on the 10 mile route. And better still, there's one more to come. So as you go past the Duke, don't do what I did and carry on down there for a quarter of a mile before realising that you're actually off route and having to come back again. There's a bridleway you can see here just past the Duke, and we're going down this way. And then at the end, we're not going down this path here. You can see the path just follows on towards those houses. That's the route we're taking. This will eventually take us out onto School Lane. Once on School Lane, which this is, we follow up to the right, not very far, because very soon we'll come to a footpath on the left, which we can just see the steps for it, just opposite Treasury View. Through here, and you can see the path goes through the tree line there, through this gate, and again you can see the path marked out across the field there. There may or may not be crops here in a couple of months' time, but if there is, this path should still be here. Through this gate at the end of the field, and see a path going up through the trees here, and again through the gate at the end, and follow this footpath all the way down. When you get to the end of the tree line, just turn right, follow it around, and this path will go around to the left, and see where that house is, brown house in the corner there. That's where we're heading up to. Just heading up past the Hay Wain now, which is the third pub on your route. Oh, I'll spoil you. So in the last 3 miles or so, you got 3 pubs if you want to have a stop before you get to the Anchor. Right, anyway, it's at this point and then we're not heading down the main road where you can see the Yippee signs. We're heading along this side route to the right, so not down there, down here. We're following along the back until we get to the other school lane in Wingham. So where I previously said that this route takes you onto School Lane, that wasn't strictly true, or in fact true at all. It takes you to a field which we're going to cross and we're just coming up to it now. So when you see this white house and there's a turning off to the left, we'll see a footpath going across the fields there. We can see the path going up, and we're going up here, avoiding the fly tipping, which I'm hoping isn't going to be there when we actually do the race. Anyway, this leads you onto School Lane. At the end of the field, we're following this little path down here, which will take us to an alleyway. And now we get to School Lane. Have I mentioned School Lane before? I kind of feel I need to big it up now. It's got a school at this end. It's got a really old interesting building at the other end. And when we get to the bottom of it, we're crossing over and turning right. And then just following that around back to the anchor. Yeah, I think I've done that justice. Someone will be able to tell me what that building is, or what the history of it is. And there we are, coming up to the finish of the 10-mile route. And that concludes, if you've done them all, your Beat the Bell. So congratulations if you've done all 10.